Would you be able to get out of a dark cave without a light? Maybe. But you might as well make it easier on yourself and shed some light on your environment. Now, rapid and mature breakup recovery is the exact same concept. You're going to get through it with a lot less scrapes and bruises when you understand the pre-existing conditions in which you're traversing through. In this video, I'm sharing with you the biological reasons why men generally suck at mature breakup recovery. With this newfound information, you're going to get through that dark cave much faster. When I first learned this information, my mouth was actually agape. I couldn't believe, I was like, how am I hearing about this information now? So as a former structural engineer, when tasked with solving a problem, we were told to go ahead and analyze the existing environmental conditions. That would be things like seismic load, wind load, soil consolidation, existing infrastructure, and so on. And geez, man, once I figured out that, hey, I should probably go ahead and take a look at the environmental condition in which I am trying to recover from my breakup, maybe it'll make it a lot easier. And it really, really did. Statistically, women get hit harder after a breakup, but they start the grieving process quickly and more likely to maturely recover because of it. Now as guys, oh boy, dude, we just let it linger, don't we? We let it linger generally for the long haul. Now, when I say men recover worse than women, I mean unrepaired long-term damage, not necessarily the magnitude of pain. Women often own that accolade. So now let's start with biology. Now, biologically speaking, breakups are a type of social abandonment. And social abandonment is perceived as equally as painful as poking your body with a hot iron rod. And I'm not even kidding about this. There's a link in the description below that actually is a case study on this, and frankly, it's fascinating. It will blow your mind. Ultimately, what this case study determined was that the brain perceives breakups and physical pain as equally important. Now, this is rooted in our ancestry. When sapiens were hunters and gatherers, group cohesion was the primary factor for survival. The one who was broken up with the group was sure to die. Eat the wrong mushroom, fall into a pit of alligators, get bitten by a snake, drink bad water, something along those lines. Now, obviously in today's contemporary era, this is no longer the case. Now, this is why breakups are so painful. Now, instead of dying by eating the wrong mushroom or drinking bad water, the truer death of a breakup is, well, loss of character, will, motivation, as well as ambition. Now, I talk about that more in the psychology of a breakup in another video. But what is the biological difference between men and women when recovering from breakups? This is actually pretty fascinating. Women have more to lose by choosing the wrong partner because, biologically speaking, a union with someone could result in 9 months of pregnancy followed by years of nursing. So it hits women harder, more quickly when a breakup occurs. And so they immediately start the grieving and the recovery process, where men, oof, we do things a lot differently. Just like us going ahead and immediately leaving after a union or sex, right? We don't really have repercussions, so we don't necessarily go ahead and recover more quickly. We sort of move on from it and push away all of the issues that's involved with it. But over time, man, all of that pain and that wonder creeps in. We potentially lost something important, something irreplaceable. We take a lot of time recovering, and that is rooted in biology and our not so important need to pick the right mate, right? We eventually come to the point where we feel like we have to champion over other men for a suitable partner. Now, this part is really big. We now subconsciously compare ourselves to others. We ask questions such as, how can I be more attractive? How can I get more dates? How can I show myself as capable or confident? And the current self-improvement industry does very well to answer these frivolous questions and never getting to the biological root or the main reasons why we even have these ideas and these thoughts in the first place. The result? Now we needlessly chase these biologically rooted demands, never actually knowing what is going on with us in the first place. So we resort to mimicking trust fund babies and playboys and see how they get it all. Now it's because of this misdirected solution that the self-improvement industry tries to solve. We inevitably showcase ourselves in a chauvinistic and even machismo way. And these types of characteristics are inevitably what our children will adopt and inherit. Men don't really recover from this type of strategy that the current improvement industry is trying to aid. They simply move on. So yeah, both genders have it pretty rough, but men, we let it linger for a much longer time, which affects us in more subtle ways, which actually makes it a lot more difficult to recover from. It damages your creativity, your mental landscapes, your bank accounts, all of it. Now, I wonder what is more precious than body count or inflated egos? Time. Time is the most precious thing we will ever have. Time is the one thing that we will always have to do cool shit with our lives. It's the most precious commodity we will ever have. It sucks. It really does suck. There's so many guys out there, myself once included, that would go ahead and let their ambitious futures and their dreams rot with their livers during heartbreak.
You now have the biological fact. But that's only one wall to this dark, dark cave. We now need to know the psychological as well as the societal reasons on why men generally are slow to react to their breakup recovery. In my next video, I'm going to be focusing on the psychological reasons for this. See, the more that you know, the quicker you're going to be kicking ass out there and getting through this emotional hell. I will see you soon. Would you be able to get out of a dark cave? Man, those peeky peekies are loud. Thank you.